I think there was music around the house from when I was very young. My mom is a music teacher. She teaches Grundschule music, or she taught. And my father loved music. Both of my sisters played, even though they are not musicians. And the first time I told my mom that I want to play was when I was 5 years old, and she didn't know if it was even possible to play cello at that age, so she said, let's wait another year. And then when I was 6, she took me to a friend of my sister's piano teacher, who had just come from Russia to Israel. I'm originally from Israel. And I met with her. She was a really lovely woman, and she played a short piece for me, a very famous piece by Saint-Saëns called The Swan, which is a very songful melody for cello and piano. And I just fell in love with the sound, and I wanted to play cello since then. I went to a music school in the United States, which is called the Juilliard School. It's in New York City, and it's actually an art school for musicians, actors, and singers. It's a very big school, 700 students, lots of artists going around. And I went just to a regular high school, actually, also in the US, in North Carolina. And I did my bachelor's and master's at Juilliard, and then I came to Germany. And a couple of years later, I won the position here. A year and a half later, I won my position here. For several reasons. First of all, I just needed to change. That's the most important reason. After being in the US for just about 12 years, I really needed something different. I wanted to experience a new culture, a new country, a new language. And I always heard that Berlin is such a great place for music and for musicians and for cellists, actually, in particular, because Berlin is really known, and Germany is known for having really fantastic cellists, young cellists. So I really wanted to meet those young cellists and learn from them. First of all, I really love my colleagues, and I have some very, even though I'm here for a really short time, I have some very dear friends in the orchestra, and we have kind of like a special friendship through the music, I think. I also love, of course, playing the music, and to play in a big group, like an orchestra. It's different because I come from a background of playing in what's called chamber music, Kammermusik. It's a smaller ensembles, and I played for 5 years in a piano trio with another violinist and pianist. So playing in an orchestra is such a big experience. You're, in a way, a very small part of a very big machine, so you can feel very kind of maybe not so meaningful, but actually you are really meaningful, because if you think about it, it's really like how life works, you know. It's not all about you, it's really about you giving to contribute to something that is bigger than yourself. So, and when we play a great symphony or something with a really good conductor, and everybody gets into the music, that's a really great feeling, and those are my favorite moments. I love to cook. I'm really passionate about cooking. Especially I like to make Middle Eastern food, like hummus and falafel. And I also, I became vegetarian recently, 7 months ago, and that kind of brought a whole new aspect of creativity, because I had to learn a whole new set of ingredients. And other than that, I just love to meet with my friends and to invite them over. I love to cook for my friends. That's the most important thing. That's the really fun part, because the cooking is fun, and then it's fun when people enjoy your food, and, you know, just the fun times around the table.